Thank you, Mr. President, Minister, President von der Leyen. Thank you very much for coming personally today to the European Parliament to discussing with us the Recovery and Resilience Facility. During the next years, the European Union will spend more money than ever from the traditional budget of the European Union and from Next Generation EU, which we have jointly decided to create. One thing is clear. The more money we spend, the more we need to make sure that money really reaches the people for which it is intended, that we manage to modernize hospitals, to digitize schools, to support people, enterprises and regions affected by the pandemic. The more we spend, the more control we need, the more democratic legitimacy we need, and the more transparency we need. Sometimes for decision makers, transparency requires to make an extra effort, but transparency is the right thing to do. People deserve to know how people's money is being spent. The Commission is rightly assessing now the national plans of the 27 member states, and the European Parliament is scrutinizing this assessment process. What is the European Parliament requesting? What are our expectations? Firstly, we call on the European Commission to strictly apply the letter and the spirit of the regulation through which the Recovery and Resilience Facility was created. An extensive and meticulous assessment of all of the plans. The plans should meet all the criteria of the regulation, and there should be no political concessions. We expect a balance between investments and reforms should also start now. We spoke a lot about investments, about the amounts of the money spent, but reforms are equally important. Reforming means strengthening the European Union, and we count on the European Commission to really be an advocate for reform processes at national level. Likewise, investments have to be future-oriented. As you also described them yourself, they have to help the economy of the European Union to modernize. We, as a Parliament, will adopt this week a resolution about the assessment of the Commission. It will be a proactive resolution on the basis of the regulation. And one thing is certain. The entire response of the European Union to this pandemic will be judged based on the efficiency of the Recovery and Resilience Facility. It is our duty to make this a success from day one and to give people a clear signal that this instrument will help those affected, and it will also make our economies and our societies more resilient towards shocks in the future. Thank you very much.
Grazie.
Thank you, Mr.